So Ryback is throwing his hat in the circle, so to speak. And it's easy enough to blow off something because it's Ryback, because, he's full of, vendetta kind of vibe, about being let go, this, that, or the other. But, you know, that doesn't mean that even a broken clock can't be right twice a day. And so hear me out. Let's get into it. This is from RingSideNews.com, and it says Ryback claims TKO will fire Triple H and other executives after Vince McMahon allegations. And this is from yesterday. Now, here's what I'm saying about that. Here's my question. Do you really believe that Stephanie and Shane and Linda and Triple H and all these people at the very top didn't know that these sorts of things were happening? Now, maybe not this specific case, but I mean, these stories have been going around for decades. So it's an interesting thing. Who knew? What I think at the end of the day is that, they knew. And they weren't necessarily, like Triple H, I doubt he was involved, in any way. But they knew, and it was probably a position where they weren't going to try to stage some sort of revolt, and just maybe, he thought, I could wait it out. And, now I can be in a position to make some effective changes. And from what I understand, he's making effective changes, and people in the locker room are very happy with him there. So this is his chance. But as this story continues to unfold, as the snowball continues to roll downhill, who's it going to grab up? And will other names be dropped? I tend to think so. Let's get into the article, and then I'm going to get into something else too, which is about what TKO is saying about Vince here. So it says Ryback has kept a close eye on developments within his former company since departing in 2016. So that was 8 years ago. This includes Vince McMahon facing recent allegations and blah, blah, blah. We know about that. Federal authorities, sex trafficking. While speaking on his YouTube channel, Ryback talked about Vince McMahon's allegations. Ryback claimed that Triple H, Michael Hayes, Bruce Pritchard will be fired from WWE eventually, as Pandora's box has now been opened following Vince's allegations. And that's a very real possibility. I mean, why wouldn't that happen necessarily? Because if there's a federal investigation and the sex trafficking is true, and it seems like if you are offering someone else as a prize to help resign, like you can have sex with this person if you resign, that, if it's true, is the definition of sex trafficking. How many other people knew? Pritchard has already says he doesn't know anything. I'm not, under investigation, this, that, and the other. But I'm curious. I'm curious what else is going to get rolled up into this. Let's see. Is there more? The following message is for entertainment purposes only. At some point, Triple H will either be removed or step down from WWE. At some point, Michael Hayes Freebird will either step down or be removed from WWE. At some point, Bruce Pritchard, Brother Love, will step down or be removed from WWE. You see, the abuse of power and corrupt and evil ways isn't just a Vince McMahon thing, it's a WWE thing. And the company has a rich history of covering up things with NDAs. But as you know, I am a firm believer that the truth and nothing but the truth always wins, even if it takes time. Pandora's box has been open, and there's much more to come. You're going to see that I've told you the truth and nothing but the truth from day one. Even Ronda Rousey claimed that Bruce Pritchard's presence keeps Vince McMahon involved in WWE. And I'm going to put the link to this article in the description. A new era has begun in WWE as Vince McMahon is no longer affiliated with the company. It remains to be seen how the company will evolve without McMahon being involved in any capacity, especially if Triple H and others end up getting removed as well. And do you believe Triple H and the rest will get fired from WWE? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. So, I mean, like I said, do you, as much as you might want to discount Ryback, ask yourself this question: do you believe that all those people didn't know that these sorts of things were happening? I mean, unless they're just, it's all completely made up. I have a hard time believing that. I'm not saying that they're involved. I'm saying that they knew. And this is what else I wanted to get into. This is from Deadline. And it says the future of Vince McMahon's massive stock position. He owns a lot of stock in TKO. I'm going to put the link to the article in this from Deadline in the description as well. Unclear as he fights sexual abuse suit. We're not having any discussion with him, President Mark Shapiro says. And that's the line that gets me. We're not having any discussion with him. I think they want nothing to do with this. And if even a whiff of impropriety shows up for anyone, that person will be gone. And that's why I'm saying that Ryback may be onto something. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole article because it basically, well, all right, yeah, let's do it. TKO Holdings exec Mark Shapiro said the company is on the sideline waiting to see if the former executive chairman Vince McMahon will sell any more of his massive stock holding in the company. I'm just going to skim through it. Noted that McMahon still owns about 20 million shares in TKO, despite selling more than 8 million last November. The proceeds from that sale exceeded 700 million. Let's keep on going. McMahon abruptly exited, and sexual assault, sex trafficking. Having built the WWE into a lucrative global business and cultural force over more than 4 decades, McMahon oversaw the merger of it with the UFC and a $21.4 billion combination that created TKO this year. And that's why I think there's a very real chance that anyone who gets named is going to get gone because you're talking about billions of dollars and people that have no loyalty to these decades-old sort of, behind the scenes club, whatever's been happening in there. The people at TKO want nothing to do with this. Here's what I'm talking about. Quote, he'll do whatever he's going to do, and we're all on the sidelines, Shapiro said when asked about the situation on the company's fourth quarter earnings call. We'll have a look. We'll see. We have no idea on timing. We're not having any discussion with him. He's given us no point of view on his motive or his plans to sell or not to sell. If he does, how much? So we're going to wait around and find out just like you. The exec did not specifically address McMahon's legal woes, but they came to light by implication via a note about the stock sale by TKO CFO Andrew Schleimer during the call. Ari Emanuel, CEO of both Endeavor and TKO, did not offer any comment on McMahon. I think, and I'll put the rest of the link for the article will be in there. I think anybody with this much money at stake, anybody that gets named is gone. So Ryback may be onto something. And I have a hard time believing, if this turns out to be true, that Triple H didn't know. I like Triple H. Well, I like what Triple H is doing for the company right now. People seem to be happy. Seems to be like a breath of fresh air. I get it. I'm just saying, I don't see how he didn't know. That's my video. Like the video. Leave a comment. Tell me, what do you think? Are you just dismissing it because it's Ryback? Or could he actually be onto something, like the proverbial broken clock that's right twice a day? Do you think Triple H is going to go? Is Michael Hayes going to go? Is Pritchard going to go? Could they just be, let out of their contract? Subscribe to the channel. I'll be back in the next video. All right, take care, everyone.